Hello everyone, welcome back to the Traxion YouTube channel. Now, we've uploaded a few point of view videos on the channel recently, and you guys seem to like them. So for the next few weeks, I'm going to upload one every single week. And we're starting things off with something a little bit special. Now, you will find us here this week at Le Mans. Not Le Mans in 2022, Le Mans in 1982. But we're driving a car from 1989, and that's the Sauber Mercedes C9. Now, the Sauber Mercedes C9 was an absolutely incredible car. It was so fast that Le Mans had to redesign the circuit. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. So I'm going to take you on board with me for a short drive around Le Mans and try and put ourselves in the shoes of those drivers back in the day. So fasten your seatbelts. Let's get on track. So welcome to 1980s Le Mans. Well, more specifically, 1982, which is the layout we're driving today. But the actual layout of the circuit is the same as when these cars would have driven here. These are the Group C. This is the Sauber Mercedes C9. Let's take it out on track. Now, I absolutely love this version of Le Mans. Look how colourful it is. You can tell it's pre-internet. All of these companies, all of these brands were desperate to get their name on the side of the circuit. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. Bring back more advertising like this, I say. Now, those of you that have driven a current version of Le Mans on a simulator, well, you'll recognise this layout. There are similarities, but there are a couple of significant differences from this layout. One of which was brought about by the Group C cars, and that's the Mulsanne Straight. Now, in qualifying, the Sauber Mercedes that we're driving now was clocked at 248 miles an hour, only beaten by a Peugeot which reached 251, and it was because of that that they introduced the chicanes. So let's wind this up now. You're flat out here for about 20 or 30 seconds. That's Top Gear now, already 200 miles an hour. Yeah, so there's one chicane probably around about here-ish. That's 225. We're going to get 230, there it is. And then there's another chicane just as the road kinks around to the right. And as we go around this right turn, you will see a crest in the road. And that's when a Mercedes famously flipped over backwards. It was following another car and moved out of the dirty air, and the air just caught underneath, and it flipped backwards and landed in those trees over there, just as that one nearly did there. That did get a little bit of air there. So Sauber Mercedes C9 that we're driving now was brought about by Sauber, the chassis developer, working with Mercedes, who had the engine. Now, the engine was a V8 twin turbo, producing about 800 horsepower. But the whole car that we're driving now weighed, oh crikey, that's tighter than I thought, weighed less than a ton. So you can imagine just how quick this thing would have been back in the day. Get off the grass. It's a real handful to drive, so apologies if I'm making a real hash of it. Now, this next section of track I feel is completely different to the modern version. It just seems so much tighter than it is on the modern layouts, especially this left here. It's really tight. Be careful with that one, because that'll just bite you in the backside if you're not careful. May seem like we're going slow, but I'm going as fast as I can, folks. And then this left here, very familiar, off camber. And then I just love the old layout of the last two chicanes. This one going uphill, and then get onto the start-finish straight where all the advertising hoardings are. Look at it. It's amazing. Now, on the new version of Le Mans, the road curves round to the right, then there's a left-right chicane at the top. But not on this version. It's flat out all the way around. Under the Dunlop Bridge, then we're hard on the brakes. And this is the layout. Pretty much what you drive today. But the Mulsanne Straight would have been probably the only place where the driver could have a bit of a rest. Could think about what he's doing, have a drink, 20-30 seconds, all you've got to do is keep the car going in a straight line. But what if it was raining? And that's when things get really interesting. Can you imagine having to drive these cars at this speed in a race? It's not like you can turn around and say, nah, I don't really fancy doing that. It's a little bit too dangerous for me. Those guys just did it. They got on with it. Unbelievable. You can see the spray. So it's still 233 miles an hour. Obviously loads of downforce in these cars. Oh, visibility is much worse than it was. Oh, a little bit of airtime again. Hard on the brakes. Leave it in second gear, I think. The exit of this turn, it is a little bit sketchy in first. But yeah, you'd be really unlucky to do your stint in the rain. But what if you had to do your stint in the rain and you were in traffic? So can you imagine being given the responsibility to start the 24-hour of Le Mans in these conditions? How difficult it would be to try and just stay on course, never mind make progress. Visibility has gone. So any visibility that you had before when it was raining, now because we're in traffic, it's a whole lot worse. Just praying for the slower pieces of racetrack, just where there's not as much spray. I can't even see, probably 50 meters in front. Can't see anything at this point. Where's the chicane? There it is. Bit hot into there. Right, now I've got a little bit of clear track on. There's not as much spray at this point. Oh, nearly. So it's like going up the Mulsanne Straight with all the spray from all the cars. I can't even see the apex right in front of my nose, honestly. Right, let's try and make some progress. Be brave. How brave dare I be? Can we make this 3 wide? Is this a legitimate place? Yes. I'm a bit nervous about this right kink. Oh, they came up quick. Where is it? It's here. Can we push on? Whoa! Look at that. Can't see a thing. Holy moly. Oh! Almost sent me onto the grass. I must admit there was a bit of self-preservation going on there at that point. These things are just an absolute rocket ship. I couldn't see the corner there at all. Whoa, get off there. There's the chicane. I just see the flames in the distance. That's what I was using as my reference point. But I know what I would be doing in this situation. I'll be saying, Jim, I've had enough. I'll tap out. I've had enough. I would retire. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that short video. I think you'll agree the drivers back then were on another level. To drive around this circuit in these cars for 24 hours in some of the conditions that they did, well, next level. So I'm going to be doing some racing over the next few weeks, but I like driving cars with some historical significance. So if you can think of any car track combinations that I should try, let me know in the comments below. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep it pinned.